Have you ever wanted a safe and loving place to come to spark that good feeling in yourself? Well, you've arrived. Welcome to the Show with Tanya Butson. In this space, Tanya encourages you to view yourself through love. This new energy allows you to become brave, to take the first step towards healing and thriving. Get ready to step into a level of self-worth never before experienced. With Tanya, a leader in the field of human potential, you will shift from longing to creating to discover that there is something better, and you will never ever have to settle for being in a state of perpetual darkness again. The Show with Tanya starts now. Hello, everyone. I'm Tanya Butson, and you are listening to the Show on Transformation Talk Radio. Stay with us for the next hour. Each Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time and 12 p.m. Eastern time, we will have some of the most interesting stories, tips, and guests helping you to be all that you are. Today, I want to let you in on a secret. Your one true love is you. I am excited to look deeper into self-love and have you look deeper into yourself. So during this episode, we're going to dive deep into the topic of loving yourself or self-love or self-care and why it is virtually the most important thing, the most important feeling, emotion that you can grasp onto. But first, I invite listeners today to call into the show. I want to hear from you today. I'm commanding that somebody or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people call in 1-800-930-2819. I want to have a conversation with those that have worked on amplifying their own self-love journey and what it looked like before and what it looks like now and where you're going. So don't be shy. Call in 1-800-930-2819. And we do invite live broadcast comments as well. If you're not able to call, you can write in from your desk at work. That would be great. So it's kind of a very big topic for me. And it's a topic that I do know quite a bit about, and I've had a hard time kind of honing in on where I should start, what I should be talking about. So let's just, jump in with both feet and see where this episode goes, because I have a little bit of an outline, but I'm not feeling it so much today. Today, the energies, are you feeling those energies? Woo, they are strong today. And I am feeling pulled in many different directions. So this show for me will be really interesting to see where I take it and what happens. So the funness of live radio and TV. So let's jump into the basics, the art of loving yourself or self-love. This is what my entire business, Organically Meta, is all about, is about helping people discover the love for themselves. That's basically it. Organically means natural, and meta means kindness. So naturally kind. And then the takes the Organically Meta, the and the Show. The is that universal tone that takes you into the present moment of consciousness, that brings you into the oneness of yourself. So the vibration of the in the name of my business is all about going within and finding that love for yourself that will raise the consciousness of your inner being and of your soul. So this is what I do. This is what my job is to help you find yourself, help you find your purpose, help you find your love so that you can live an extraordinary life if you so choose. But first, you got to get to that space of worthiness, of loving yourself. And most of humanity does not have a clue how to love themselves. So I offer meditation. I have circles. Last night we had a beautiful circle of women that all came out around a campfire. And the topic that we focused on was no, it was peace within. And it was a very powerful meditation, especially for a couple of people who really let go and allowed. And we had some really good stories after the meditation of what happened when they went deep within themselves, looking for the peace. And how I accomplished this was by opening the third eye of everyone in circle. And I think for some people that was a new experience. And it, I believe, scared a few people and really excited and accelerated a few people. And everyone is at different levels in their growth journey, in consciousness, and everyone is exactly where they are supposed to be. So of course there's no wrong, there's no right, there's no better, there's no worse. We are in the space that we are intended to be at any given moment. And that's kind of why I'm not too worried about today's show, even though I thought it was going to go in a direction of kind of explaining what self-love is and all that kind of stuff. I feel a more creative flow today, and I'm going to go with that. So the meditation was great. I offer meditation. If somebody wants to do it privately, I'm happy to do that with you, send you through guided meditation and allow you that peaceful moment to yourself. Of course, I do the group circles, and you can always join in by Zoom. I just need some mornings so I can set up the technology for it. And then you can Zoom in from wherever you are in the world and join in our lovely meditations. The next one is October 30th. And that is a walking meditation at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we will be walking through our local neighborhood down to the local cemetery. And we will be interacting with the spirits and feeling the energy in the peaceful place of cemetery life. So, and I purposely chose Devil's Night, October 30th, to do that. So you can enjoy the Halloween aspect of it, but I'm coming from a place of spirit, and I hope that we can, if not, at least hug the trees and enjoy the energy to maybe bring in some light spirits from the cemetery on that walk. So that will be a fun, unique way to ease into meditation or to go deep within if you've been meditating for a bit. So with that being said, I also am a Reiki master, and I've been working with energy for over 30 years. I feel it's just kind of like putting a pen in my hand or riding a bike. It's just what I do. It's who I am. Reiki becomes whatever the client wants it to be. If the client wants to know nothing about what it is and lay on the table and relax for an hour, that's what they get. If they come here to deal with a certain trauma and they want to help lift those layers, that's what they get. If it's somebody who wants to enlighten their spirituality, that's what they get. It's all individually based. It's based on the intention of the person receiving the Reiki. And that's where my intentions go as the Reiki master. based on what I'm being told by the client. Now, sometimes the client doesn't really know what they want, and sometimes the client thinks they know what they want, but spirit is leading them into a different direction. So we go with whatever flows, but we do set out the intentions. And what this ultimately leads to is the beginning of self-love. Even for the people who have no idea what Reiki is, they just lay down because they love the vibe, they love the feel of it. It's so relaxing. There's such a nurturing feeling to it. Those people, unbeknownst to them, I believe, they gain this essence of self-love because they start to self-care, they start to commit to themselves, they start to do things that are fun, and all of a sudden you see them start to heal. And that is where the magic lies within the Reiki, because the Reiki goes where the client needs it most and is ready for it. And I love seeing that kind of transformation because they are pretty much ignorant by choice. And that's completely okay, because those are my easiest Reiki clients, to be honest with you. And they just come for enjoyment. And we know when anything is effortless and we enjoy it, we get the fastest, most miraculous results. So that tends to be what happens when people just go, oh yeah, I'm gonna just, hang out on the table and have a sleep. I have a couple senior citizens who come because they don't sleep at night, and they come for a snooze on the table. And the things that are changing in their life, especially their health reports, is crazy. It's amazing how beneficial this modality is for them, and they don't even realize it. So what a gift. And that is a gift of loving themselves that they don't even know that they're doing. So I've got a lot more to say about the topic of self-love, and I haven't even told you everything that I do to help you get there. The main way is through Heal Your Life coaching, and I will talk more about that after the first break. You are listening to the Show with Tanya Butson. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to learn more about loving yourself. Stay tuned. We're back on the Show with Tanya Butson. Before we continue, I want to make sure everyone knows how to contact me. You can reach me on my website, organicallymeta.ca, or email me at organicallymeta@outlook.com. I have amazing services: Heal Your Life coaching based on the philosophies of the great Louise Hay, Reiki in person and long distance, intuitive readings, and meditation. These services get clients results. Message me for your appointment, and let's get working together and create your best life. So we have been talking about self-love and how my business is based on, the mission is to help people learn to love themselves through the modalities that I do offer. And I left off at Heal Your Life coaching. And that is a coaching based on the philosophies of Louise Hay, using some specific techniques and tools based on getting the client to love themselves. And when they start to love themselves, everything else in life begins to flow. So with the coaching, there is also a 2-week intensive healing weekend where, whether you're in coaching with me or not, you can sign up for it. And it is 2 days of really going deep, facing those traumas head on, and becoming more in tune with the love for yourself and who you truly are by clearing out in a very safe and controlled but intensified focus on the areas in your life that have the most trauma and need the most healing. So these methods, because of Louise's techniques, they are very easy. They are very doable. What it takes, though, is commitment and repetition. So when you're ready to get serious about changing your life and healing your life, reach out to me and we can start the coaching over Zoom. And at some point when I feel called, I will be offering another weekend healing retreat, and that is done in person. So if you're close by, you come. And if you're not, you can make a trip out of it and heal your life on this momentous trip. So that, and then of course I do the oracle card readings, and for some people that is the initiation. Those are the words, those are the messages from spirit that they need to hear in order to get started, in order to find that courage within themselves to take the leap and start peeling the layers to begin healing and then enjoying life. One of the fundamentals of Louise Hay's work is that loving yourself is part of the solution, regardless of the part of your life you want to change. It's always about how much you're loving yourself. Teaching clients to use techniques like mirror work and affirmations and other techniques to love and accept themselves is part of coaching people from this framework. This is a spiritual philosophy. So when there is, it's a spiritual philosophy. So you have to realize that this is coming from a space of a power and presence within us that guides and directs us. And we don't, this is a key message, we don't have to do all of this work alone. And I think that's where people get cold feet and they don't want to begin this process. They know that something's pushing them and they become more interested in my content. They become more present on the page of social media. They might reach out, but something is still holding them back. And I really do believe that they think that once they start this, they have to do all the work. And that's not the case, because we invite spirit in to help along the way. So as long as you're willing to do the work and stay motivated and stay committed, you are going to be massively helped along the way. I see it all the time with clients. So don't be afraid, take that first step. And in this approach, in coaching, being is more important than doing. It's so really important that you learn when you come into the coaching session to be really present. That's why we start off the sessions with a meditation. It always guides the session. It helps to guide the client. It helps to calm and relax the session. Because a lot of people, if they're going to therapy, they are feeling really anxious about what they're going to have to talk about. I try to subdue all of that so that there is so much comfort that talking just comes out. There's no thinking, just the truth comes out. And that's the authentic healing that I am after to help my clients heal their life. Many people talk about what they want and never take the steps to get there. That is like humanity. They talk the talk They don't walk the walk. And some people don't like me because I hold them to their word. Especially part of my growth is I'm so tired of people sending me empty promises. I really cannot handle that in my life right now. So if you give me an empty promise, I'm calling you out on it. 100%. I don't care anymore. People need to be integral with their word. Otherwise, don't say anything. Don't promise anything. That is a classic sign of poor self-love, is when you overpromise and underdeliver. You're overpromising to people please and overcompensate. And that is just a huge symptom of lack of self-love. So I'm the one that will call you out on your crap and see where you have not fulfilled your promise. And that's okay if you want to back out of it, but honor that and go, I can't keep that promise. I'm really sorry to disappoint you. And I need to back out of that, rather than fluffing it off, ghosting, lying. Yeah, that doesn't, it doesn't cut with me. So people talk about it. Oh yeah, I'm going to do this. Oh yeah, I'm going to do that. Don't say it unless you're ready to do it. And then when you're ready to do it, do it. Like, stop playing the games. Why do people do this? There are several reasons why. Limiting beliefs, no believing it's even possible, lack of emotional, mental, and spiritual skills, not being able to set priorities and manage your own life. Like, you can't manage the activities. There's procrastination, there's self-doubt. There's so many reasons why people hesitate. So you can lead the horse to water, but you can't force him to drink. And that's about where it's at. And most of humanity is like that. You lead them to the well and they just stand there and don't realize that the water to help heal their dehydration of life it's right before them. And that's okay. It's all divine timing. Everybody's got to go through their own stuff at their own time. So, but if you're somebody that is telling me a bunch of BS, I'm calling you out on it 100%. So what about this Heal Your Life coaching? It takes a relationship. So the first session is a questionnaire that Louise Hay had created to discover what it is the client really needs help with, because quite often the client can't see the tree for the forest in their own life. So it really pinpoints where they need help most. And it also sees if there is a connection between me and you. And if there isn't a connection, that is fine. And if there is, then great, let's get started. But the key point for the client in this coaching is that you have somebody to be accountable with. So I keep you accountable. If you didn't do your homework, I ask you why. We call it heal work. I stay on you about the heal work. You have accountability, and that is huge when you are changing who you have patterned to become and been programmed to become. And to unprogram that, you need somebody who really cares about you and your well-being. You can also achieve your goals way faster when you're in Heal Your Life coaching. Learn the mental, emotional, and spiritual life skills for balance and success in every area of your life. You learn to use techniques to clear the past, as well as deal with any current life situations and challenges that arise. And you have a supporter. And I really champion for you in your full potential. I have seen amazing results with clients, and I am their number one cheerleader. I am their believer. I celebrate with them. I cry with them. I am there for them. And if they need me for a little pep talk, I'm just a text away. That is Louise would go, Tanya, you need more boundaries. But hey, I love what I do, and I want to be there for people when you need me. So, you can also, in this, develop a deep intuitive spiritual connection. That is the cherry on top of all of this work. And you learn how to focus on your strengths and abilities and not your weaknesses. So I can touch on the meat and potatoes of coaching in another episode, but today I want to just talk about Louise and healing your life by getting you to focus on self-love. So I'm going to get into that a little bit deeper in the next segment. You are listening to the Show with Tanya Butson. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to learn more about loving yourself. Stay tuned. We're back on the Show with Tanya Butson. We have been talking about the importance of loving yourself and how to get there through Organically Meta. Now I'd like to spend some time elaborating the ways to implement self-love into your life. And I'm going to kind of go off what I had planned and go deeper into the work of Louise Hay. But first, I would like to hear from a caller today, 1-800-930-2819, to discuss how they have come to love themselves more or better and how that has changed their life. So call me, 1-800-930-2819. So, Louise Hay was the guru of self-love. And I see a lot of spiritual leaders now on social media, claiming mirror work, claiming that affirmations don't work, just kind of either taking credit for something that is already established as a technique or poo-pooing on the techniques without giving it the entire source of how to use it in its completion for it to work. I see Louise's techniques. It worked 360 on my life. I see it working on clients' lives. The people that I took the course with, some of them have had instrumental changes in their life by using Louise's work. So I'm a very big advocate of her. And she had 100 books before she passed away that she wrote and published. And the biggest, most profound book for most people is You Can Heal Your Life. This made her famous, and look, she didn't start till she was in her 50s with becoming what we would call famous with her work. So don't ever think you're too old. And I was having a bit of a bad day on Saturday, and I received this message on social media, and it was about Colonel Sanders, the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy. And he was 65 years old when he started his first store. 65, that's retirement. And look, it's everywhere. Kentucky Fried Chicken is at least in Canada and the United States, and I'm sure it's elsewhere in the world. And it's just, don't ever give up on yourself, because it might not look like the way you want it to go, but there's always something going on in the background that you're not aware of. And those are called the seeds you planted that you've forgotten about. And they are growing the roots to fertilize into, a stem that will poke up into the blossom outside the dark. You are in that space of darkness right now to be fertilized. So you need a little poopy doopies to fertilize into something marvelous, right? Into a beautiful crop. So that darkness, that stinky time is your manure time. And remember what manure does to the seed. So Colonel Sanders, Louise Hay, they all started what we would consider later in life before they accomplished their dreams. And that is reassuring. So this book took her on the Oprah show, took her fame very, very quickly. And why? She wrote a book that gets you results and changes your life. And today when I was prepping, I just went, we should have a book club on the Show for You Can Heal Your Life book by Louise Hay. So I don't know how far I'm going to get into that book today, but I would kind of like to start this off, at least the introduction part today, and kind of comment as I go. I don't know how far I'm going to get. I might not even get into chapter 1, but I'm definitely going to read the introduction and see where this leads. I'm just kind of going with the flow here. And I know there's a purpose for it. I just don't know what that is, but why not do You Can Heal Your Life book club? So everybody go get your copy. If you're in town around where I live, the Happy Hippo has You Can Heal Your Life copies there. I can order it for you as well if you're nearby, and any good bookstore will have a copy of it. And of course, online shopping, I'm sure you can find it. So Louise writes, I have written this book to share with you, my readers, that which I know and teach. It incorporates portions of my little blue book, Heal Your Body. You need to get that book too. But that being said, in this particular book, it is that Heal Your Body book is in the back of this book. So you don't need to buy 2 of them. Which has become widely accepted as an authoritative book on the mental patterns that create diseases in the body. I have had hundreds of letters from readers asking me to share more of my information. Many persons who have worked with me as a private client and those who have taken my workshops here and abroad have requested I take the time to write this book. And thank goodness she did. She has helped millions and millions of people. I have set up this book to take you through a session, just as I would if you came to see me as a private client and attended one of my workshops. If you will do the exercises progressively as they appear in the book, by the time you have finished, you will have begun to change your life. I suggest you read through the book once, then slowly read it again. Only this time, do each exercise in depth. Give yourself time to work with each one. It takes practice. It takes repetition with this. If you can, work through the exercises with a friend or with a member of your family, or how about a book club on the Show? Each chapter opens with an affirmation. Each of these is good to use when you are working on that area of your life. Take 2 or 3 days to study and work with each chapter. Keep saying and writing the affirmation that opens the chapter. The chapters close with a treatment. This is a flow of positive ideas designed to change consciousness. Read over this treatment several times a day. See, it's about repetition. I close this book by sharing with you my very own story. I know it will show you that no matter where we have come from or how lowly it was, we can totally change our lives for the better. And I shout that from the mountaintops. You can change your life. You can heal your life, no matter how bad it seems. Take the first step. Know that when you work with these ideas, my loving support is with you. Louise Hay. So some points of my philosophy. We are each responsible for all of our experiences. Every thought we think is creating our future. The point of power is always in the present moment. If that's one takeaway from today, that's it. The point of power is always in the present moment. Everyone suffers from self-hatred and guilt. I say that and people go, No, I agree. Everyone suffers from self-hatred and guilt, 100%. The bottom line for everyone is, I'm not good enough. It's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. We create every so-called illness in our body. Resentment, criticism, and guilt are the most damaging patterns. Which one are you? Or, gosh, do you have more than one? Resentment, criticism, guilt. Releasing resentment will dissolve even cancer. We must be willing to begin to learn to love ourselves. We must be willing. That's where people are not, that humanity is just not willing to begin to learn to love themselves. Self-approval and self-acceptance in the now are the keys to positive changes. And when we really love ourselves, everything in our life works. So I'm going to read the first treatment, and then we're going to go to break. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete, and yet life is ever changing. There is no beginning and no end, only a constant cycling and recycling of substance and experiences. Life is never stuck or static or stale, for each moment is ever new and fresh. I am one with the very power that created me, and this power has given me the power to create my own circumstances. I rejoice in the knowledge that I have the power of my own mind to use in any way I choose. Every moment of life is a new beginning. Is a new beginning point as we move from the old. This moment is a new point of beginning for me right here and right now. All is well in my world. Ooh, powerful stuff. Feel free to send an email at organicallymeta@outlook or DM me on social media, Facebook and Instagram. I always love connecting with people from all over the world. We are going to take a quick break, and when we return, we will conclude all the fascinating details you need to know about loving yourself. And we are going to end it with a beautiful treatment that is going to leave you on a great, happy, upbeat note and vibration while we end the show. So don't go away. We will be right back. Welcome back to the Show with Tanya Butson. I've been discussing about self-love and learning to love yourself on varying techniques and ways to go about doing that. It's been a little bit subliminal, actually, this show in regards to the self-love. You are picking it up without even realizing it. And just to prove that, the next part, chapter 1, I'm going to just start the first paragraph, and this was not planned. And then I'm going to lead you into the part to finish the show that was planned, and just to show you how synchronistic it all was and how it all came together today. Chapter 1, What I Believe. This is from You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. The gateways to wisdom and knowledge are always open. Life is really very simple. What we give out, we get back. What we think about ourselves becomes the truth for us. I believe that everyone, myself included, is responsible for everything in our lives, the best and the worst. Every thought we think is creating our future. Each one of us creates our experiences by our thoughts and our feelings. The thoughts we think and the words we speak create our experiences. We create the situations and then we give our power away by blaming the other person for our frustration. No person, no place, and no thing has any power over us, for we are the only thinkers in it. When we create peace and harmony and balance in our minds, we will find it in our lives. Which of these statements sounds like you? People are out to get me. Everyone is always helpful. Each one of these beliefs will create quite different experiences. What we believe about ourselves and about life becomes true for us. So what I want to do right now with you is leave you feeling good today after the show. And I want to have you be the person who finds everyone to be helpful and not everyone is out to get you. So with that being said, I want you to get comfortable. Put your feet on the ground if you can. I want you to open up your palms to receive these words that I'm about to express to you. I want you to sit up nice and straight and allow things into your heart. Allow what I have to say to come into your heart and feel it. For some people, this is going to be really uncomfortable because they've never heard words like this before. For people who've been doing the work, it's going to just top up your gas tank for the day. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm closing some doors and opening some new ones, and change is just change. And this is going to lead me off into my next venture after the show on a high note. And I am really excited to share this with you. So open up your palms, open up your heart, open up your mind, and be ready to receive this beautiful message I have for you. Okay? Just close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale it out. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Exhale it out through your mouth. Again, an in-breath through the nose and an out-breath through your mouth. With your palms open and your heart ready to receive, I read to you, I claim my magnificence by the student of Louise Hay, Patricia Crane. Today, I am ready to claim my magnificence. I know that I have a unique place on the planet and a unique contribution to make. I am in the process of becoming the masterpiece I was meant to be. In that process, I am willing to lovingly embrace all parts of myself, my life, my masterpiece is already in consciousness. And now the brushstrokes of my life are filling it in. I feel vibrant, alive, enthusiastic, loving, and joyous. My joy is contagious. I support myself in my magnificent blossoming, and I support others as well. I know that I am responsible for creating my life in the way I desire, and others are responsible for theirs. My birthright is to enjoy harmonious relationships, unlimited prosperity, vibrant health, work that I love, and an abundance of happiness. I lovingly notice any limiting thoughts that are not in alignment with my birthright and gently weed them from my inner garden. I forgive the past, allow the present, and trust the future. I am committed to claiming and expressing the magnificent being that I am. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and exhale. And I hope you feel better. If you want to take a leap and change your life 360, contact me, Tanya Butson at Organically Meta. I am helping real people find authentic solutions to life's problems and move into being all that you are. To learn more about my business and services, follow Organically Meta on Facebook and Instagram. You can also reach me directly at organicallymeta.ca and organicallymeta@outlook.com. To start the journey of remembering who you are and creating your best life, I leave you with 3 words to say each week. I love myself. I want to thank you all for tuning in to the Om Show. I am deeply thankful for your presence and time. Please join me every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific and 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Next week on the Om Show, I have a very special guest. Her name's Brenda Kearley, who will discuss with me the Om experience. In the meantime, make it a great week, and I'll see you back here again next week.
You have been listening to The Om Show with Tanya Butson on Transformation Talk Radio. Tune in every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific, where Tanya encourages you to experience yourself through love. This new energy allows you to become brave, to take the first step towards healing and thriving. Shift from longing to creating, to discover that there is something better. You will never ever have to settle for being in a state of perpetual darkness again. For more information, visit organicallymeta.ca. Again, organicallymeta.ca.